During the Dark Age of technology, humanity built machines that could manipulate the warp itself and bring back or store life, and store it in places like a Titan. Some machines became corrupted even during that time. In this video we'll look at how the life-taking and substaining technology in the Golden Throne can match Dark Age equivalents, and how some of it has made its way into M40. What does it reveal about how the Emperor and ancient humanity once wielded power the Imperium can barely control today? This is part of a series exploring lost Dark Age tech and what that tells us about the Imperium's foundations. So, welcome friends to another 40k video. Shall we begin? Before I examine this from a lore perspective, let's give you the basics of the story that the lore is drawn from. It's all from Warped Stars by Ian Watson. A young psyker, Jomis, is hearing voices, luring him to open a portal. An Inquisitor, Tok Sepilium, knows something bad will happen and goes to investigate. He has Space Marines and Ogryn etc. at his disposal. They find Jomis, but the portal is open, and that's when this Dark Age of Technology Titan comes out. It's been within the portal for a long time, calling out for aid. So let's look at this from a lore perspective. When it first appears to the young psyker, it speaks directly into the brain of the boy. Don't fear, this metal body. This is the shell that has sheltered the kernel of myself while I drifted alone for aeons in the dark in a derelict megaship. Now at last I can touch the soil of a world. Now I can hope to be a fleshy body once more. And the Emperor's servant, the Inquisitor, then observes the Titan body housed something or someone who had endured literally for aeons. Sepilium knew of no mechanical system other than the Emperor's enormous immobile prosthetic throne, which could sustain a person's existence during entire aeons. For the newbie, that's the Golden Throne he's referring to. What remnant of flesh and bone could possibly lurk inside that mobile juggernaut? Only the mind itself, wrought within some intricate interior talisman by ancient eldritch sorcery. So this person who had been trapped in the warp, it's their mind trapped within the shell, not a body. So during the Dark Age of technology, the minds of some could be completely uploaded into robot bodies. And that's an interesting Man of Iron thread to discuss after some thought perhaps. But there is more to it. It has psychic weaponry. Why is that? No body, no psychic powers, right? So because the Titan's body has been trapped in the warp long enough, it has been snuggling up to a demon, as the text tells it. This was an unusual species of possession, for the survivor plainly owned nobody at all, other than the vast metal body of the robot. The survivor consisted only of mind wrought within a talisman of crystal wafers, or some other occult material, a talisman which strove to maintain the stability of that mind, strove with a fair degree of success, considering the awesome time span, yet, of necessity, imperfectly. The demon had no tangible flesh to twist and warp, and stamps its mark upon. It could only lurk impotently, glued to the imprisoned mind, tormenting it spasmodically by stimulating memory and sensuous hallucinations. But without the physical flesh, perhaps something linking into the materium is required. Just a thought there. Maybe that's the threshold, and again to say, the mind of a person, in at least one case, can be uploaded into a Titan, as evidenced by this example. We have another lore example of this from the Eisenhower novels, where a character called Pontius Glor has died, but is able to survive by having his soul stored on a crystal. No hint if that's Dark Age tech though, but it's possible. I mean, the Emperor's soul has been bordering on that threshold for a long time, and though clearly more tech was added after he was mortally wounded to the throne and placed in it, and he is a perpetual, how much of him still been around are those parts, and how much is the throne? The throne itself allows far-reaching control of vast amounts of psychic energy for various reasons. Wouldn't that let you have some say over where your soul goes? Plus his soul is split in the end, and the death, part 3. The Emperor casts off his goodness to allow him to kill Horus. So there is that in play. What is left? It reminds me of the Exorcist chapter, A Little Left Behind in the Shell. I'll touch back on that in a minute. We certainly don't know if this could be more standard during the Dark Age of technology. The other Titan we see within the Great Knights trilogy from that time has an AI uploaded into its castigator body, and that's also been corrupted by chaos. And we have the Man of Iron from the first Gaunt's Ghost book. So we know that some Dark Age tech could be corrupted. And we have that one AI, the Tabula Myriad, that can unravel the code of chaos, removing it like a virus. So there was some protection in place at least. This also ties into the quote from Archmagos that really intrigued me. It goes a little something like this. When Noctilith is used to cut off a connection to chaos, i.e. the warp, and the souls there, we are told an Imperial Knight feels this. The quote goes, "The Knights of Tyrannus found themselves battling panicky mounts as the ghosts of their ancestors wavered in the face of nullification." So there is something in there other than just data. So combine those thoughts. What if, during the Dark Age of technology, the minds of beings could be stored like in this Titan, and this tech carried over to the Imperial Knights? And so when Knights now speak of their ancestors, it's actually the minds or spirits of their ancestors digitally stored, their encoded souls, but degraded by time or by alterations made to the bodies of the Knights during the cybernetic revolt. What if Titans could be run by an AI or a human soul uploaded to it, as we see here? So a modern Titan needs an MIU to connect to the Titan's mind. That's a mind impulse unit for the tech-minded. And the MIU is used by a Princeps, I believe it is, to connect to the Titan's brain. It links the mind to the equipment, and a crew runs the body too. What if that was not needed during the Dark Age of technology? Or another thought, could the AI have rode along inside the Titan with a human mind together, one running the role of the crew and the other the soul making the decisions like a modern day Princeps does with the Titan's mind? From the Dark Age ship, the Slaughter Song, we see that the pilot, a survivor from the Dark Age, can link with and communicate with his AI, even commanding some ships to remove the word bearers at one point. That's kind of like this, of the Emperor interfacing with the Golden Throne. And there are other examples of technology like this. There is resurrection tech in 40k that is the keys of hell. They are forbidden Dark Age tech or alien and were sealed away by First Manus. Or they could be both, one derived from another. Believe me or not, there is a convention for this. From the 9th edition 40k rulebook, human scientists, engineers, inventors and innovators became the new gods during the Dark Age. They worked alien technologies into their race's devices to increase their efficiency with little thought to the risks. Anyway, this tech allows someone to be brought back from the dead. That's one of the implications. The cybernetic resurrection part. You come back through that door or hover on it like the Emperor does. And this could happen over and over, but each time you came back, you became less of yourself. This matches with the novel Echoes of Damnation. There, Space Queens get a demon put in them, and they must get it out afterwards, proving their resilience to reject the Neverborn. But after a little bit, always remains inside. So you had a corn demon in you. After you kicked it out, you feel the pull, the whisper of battle rage. So you can come back like the resurrection tech, but less back each time. Maybe it's the demon eating. Maybe it's not having your mind to keep your soul together, but either way it's possible. So the resurrection tech and this Titan show that it was possible during the Dark Age of technology to upload a human mind into a synthetic body, we'll say, and that might have echoes with the Golden Throne. So let me know what you think to this lore. I appreciate I've gone all over the place, but it's just how it connected itself in my brain. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.